In 1990-91, Dr. Slyman, who was a local physician here, saw the need for a clinic like ours by his work in the emergency room and his work at the homeless shelter. He saw people without health insurance not having an option for health care. So he was the one that put together the original team that formed Davidson Medical Ministries. So in 2021, the organization will be 30 years old. Davidson Medical Ministries has always been a community-owned and operated organization. The reality is we're supported by the community.
I'm a physician assistant, originally from Davidson County, so excited to be here, be in this community, working with the population that we work with here at Davidson Medical Ministries.
Since I'm from both sides, I can translate for Hispanic patients to English patients, and also through that I can also provide for my family. I translate for my father mainly. He don't speak English, and I'm very thankful for the mission that our job has to offer, not only for patients but for my family members as well.
Our counseling, I was able to really kind of broaden her perspective and encourage her to get plugged in with a local community, because that's what she really needed. She needed to talk with other people who had been through similar things that she previously for over a year would never dream to do because her phobia and her anxiety was so severe. She's now living quite a normal life, and in her words, 2 weeks ago, she said that was because of you guys.
And I try to say this without tearing up because I mean it, and it's so much in my heart to be able to come back to Davidson County after having left in 3rd grade and work with individuals here. To me, it's a sense of family in this, because again, Everharts have been in the county since the 1700s. So I'm related in some way to most everyone that's native to the county. So in that sense, I'm treating family every day.
Without them, I probably wouldn't have been able to get anything done, like my stent work and everything done when I had my heart attack, because I didn't have no insurance. I want to thank everybody from the ministry, because they did really work with me and really help me and explain everything to me, like when I asked, and they explained it to me. They are really nice people.
I would say please do donate. It's a worthy cause. It helps so many people who just can't get what they need. Our pharmacy is absolutely awesome. We are able to help provide medications for folks who otherwise wouldn't be able to get them.
It almost brings you to tears when you realize that doing something that you think, I went to school for this is not a big deal, but to them it's the world.
About 10 years ago, we had a volunteer, a cardiologist, that was volunteering with us, and noticed that we did not have an AED machine, an automatic external defibrillator. And so she worked with a group out of High Point Hospital that donated an AED to us. So we had it here, and it wasn't 2 weeks that we had a patient of ours who had been in the hospital and had had a heart attack and was coming for a follow-up visit. And she had already been back and seen the provider in the back and was out in the lobby and waiting to pick up her medicine. And her husband, who was also disabled, kind of hobbled up to the front desk and said, "Something's wrong with my wife." And she was in complete cardiac arrest in our lobby. We called a code. Everybody came running. Amanda, the nurse practitioner, came out, and the other nurse practitioner started CPR.
And I do remember Amanda coming out after the lady had fell, and she's like, "Everybody give me some room." Like she was on point with that. And
we grabbed the AED that we'd just had for a couple of weeks, and they ended up shocking her about 3 times before they got a heart rate back. Of course, EMS was called and was on their way. They got her heart rate back. We got her loaded up. They transported her directly to High Point. I really didn't think we'd ever see her again. She did. She lived. She lived for 10 years. She died this past year.
So it was awesome to see Miss Betty just, recover from that. That was major.
Had we not had the AED donated to us, and had we not been able to bring her back in our lobby that afternoon.
So we have a donor who sends in a check every month or every other month, and it's always just this random number, and it may be $21.07. Sometimes it's $282.15. There's never you never know what to expect, and they give out of their plenty and out of their want, and no gift is greater than the other. They're each so beneficial and needful to our ministry. And we have churches who are faithful to give so that we can give life-saving medicine to our patients. And those have been the backbone of the ministry since its inception.
We are all about providing quality care to people who otherwise wouldn't have access to it. That's been our mission from day one. It hadn't changed.